Age of attraction, but that's a conversation for another day.
Bro, I started watching maybe 3 episodes of that. I was like, whoa. Up until that black guy revealed his age.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now, babes? Balls in your court.
Yeah. The final episode's coming out today, bruh. Age of Attraction, that show. I can't lie. This is why I love people, because I think we said it one time that one of the men them said it in a group setting, and they said everyone serves their purpose, and I was like, do you know what is true? Everyone serves their purpose in life. Whatever aspect it is, obviously, in terms of anything negative, rule that out. But everyone serves their purpose. Like,
you can't rule out the negative.
Huh?
Don't rule out the negative.
Negative is part of it, you know.
No, that as well. But like in the sense, like not accepting that part. Do you know what I mean? But like
that's why jails have jobs.
They're very true. But like just even in a group setting, like say guys and girls, whatever, just everyone does. Bro, I was like, fam, and I just look at when shows like Age of Attraction. I'm like, the concept is crazy, but it's bloody brilliant, whoever came up with it, because it's actually people's real lives as well. Like, people live that of the big dating range aspects.
Like the older guys or the older women or the younger women or the younger boys, like, they love it.
Do you understand that, though? Like, do you understand where their mindset comes from? Like, when they... Like, for instance, I know you know, it's funny. I started watching it with my mum one day. She just put it on. I said, "Now let me sit down and come and watch it with you." So I watched the first episode and I was thinking, "Oh, okay, this is interesting." I didn't watch any further than that, but you get what I mean.
Like, me personally, I don't understand it because, bro, the gaps are too big. But I know that there's a space in this world where it exists. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not ignorant to it. But
do they explain why?
Bro, for me, you can't even explain it, bro. You can't even explain it. Because
no, so
it's kind of mad.
The only thing I'll reveal is in terms of the explanation, but I kind of thought what you guys thought. But later on, maybe it might be the end of the episode you've watched, Edge, or the following one. People do couple up that they are in the same age range. They just don't show them. So they show like a little glimpse of this 23-year-old guy and 21-year-old guy, and they connect. But because it's not going to create a story, they don't show them on camera. So they did show like a 47-year-old or 44-year-old. They connected. Boom. So like,
those ranges
I just thought it was like, all right, older guys, younger girls in this room, or filled younger guys. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's literally all ages in this space, and you have to find the connection with that person. So you could think they're young and they will be young and they're your age, or you can actually be just shooting your shot with an older person, but you still don't know their age and you're playing the guessing game, innit?
Okay, so I'm still at the stage where the age gaps are mad, bro.
Yeah. So you're just gonna see like a 2-minute preview of like them showing people that link up with their own age. It's like a mad short thing, but it further adds on to, you're like, okay, cool. They're not all just trying to just go complete ends of the spectrum, innit?
Because wow,
that's the one thing I don't understand though. Because you've all seen the clip with the 27-year-old woman and right. Did you see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's the last episode I watched.
Well, it was the clips that made me watch the show. Yeah.
Okay. So you see that. So she's 27, he was 60.
Yeah.
What does the 60-year-old, and I have a problem with him more than her, what do you have in common with the 27-year-old? Like, what can you to talk about that is on the same level? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't have anything to... And my parents are 60, so I can have conversations with them. You get what I mean? But I couldn't get into a relationship with a person that is that age. They'll just be thinking, I've done life. I've probably been married. I have kids at your age, literally.
Do you know the problem is, Jacob, yeah? Like, you're coming from... I don't... Well, you know what I'm going to say, Joe?
No, sorry.
Oh. You're coming from a place where, like, you've grown up healthy, happy. Like,
Okay.
God forbid, like your sound mind, bro.
I gotta do the poetry clips. They're just in his spiritual bag right now.
So you think that it's a case of how you've grown up that changes what your thinking is?
From 27 to 60, there's something in you that has just gone wrong, bro. That's just
You're
not
talking
clicking
about the 60-year-old, not the 27-year-old.
for both of them, both spectrums.
Okay.
And for the 60-year-old, shame on him as well, though. But at the same time, game is game as well. But it's a bit too extreme, like, you know.
No, but you say
me
that.
personally, I think it's too much.
Yeah.
You say that in terms of the growing up part, and I agree with it, but to an extent, bruv. Because even like, just say when using again the people on the show, when the family and friends episode comes up, like what you've just said there, when you meet the family and friends and see some of their reactions, you're gonna be like, oh shit, it might just be it's an individual case, that person. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like, bro, like
No,
just for
but
argument's sake, it could be
experiences
any
are
of our siblings. Do you know what I mean? And you're thinking, broski, like, when did this occur? Do you know what I mean?
no, I get that though, but experiences are purely individual though, innit? Because remember, yeah, we all have siblings, yeah, but everyone's grown up differently. So your sisters have grown up different to the way you've grown up, even though you've grown up in the same house. Your experiences are just different. The commonalities are the same. There's common bonds and common experiences there, but majority is individual. So that's why even siblings have that's why siblings have different tastes, isn't it?
This is interesting, you know. This is actually very interesting because you see, when we were in school and we were growing up, secondary school, you would always have, and I know this probably happened with you guys as well, you'd have the girl in your year that would say, I don't date guys my age. And I'd be sitting there thinking, how do you not date guys your age? And they'll be dating some 21-year-old that drives, and I was super confused because we were all 14 and 15. I'm not saying, look, this wasn't legal, but, you know, I'm just saying this is what was happening.
I heard.
So I would love to speak to those type of people now and ask them what was going on then.
Yeah, but
for you to want to date someone that was 21 when you were 15, and what did the 21-year-old, no disrespect, you know what you are. Do you get what I mean? Because you're taking advantage. But I wanted to speak to those girls or those guys, whoever it was, and ask them the question, because that could be a reason why obviously this 27-year-old is going for the 60-year-old. Maybe, I don't know.
Boy, even the ones back then that done all that, yeah, you still ended up chopping. Like, it wasn't even a big deal. You just don't believe them, fam.
No, but I'm just I know this, but I'm just
Bro,
I'm just saying that they would prefer, their preference was older. But where does that come from at 14 and 15?
Oh, well, those ages is crazy, bro.
Yeah, 14 and 15 is mad, because remember, that's just 6 years, bro. 6-7 years. We ain't talking about like a 30 piece, bro.
Yeah, it makes sense when you're 30. When you're 50, that's what I mean. The 21-year-old knows what they're doing.
Piece.
No, that is worse though, because they're still a child, bruv.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, but you see, yeah.
Like,
they're still a child, and obviously there's something wrong there, innit? There's something wrong there. But once you get older and older and older, do you think there's still like something predatory there? Even
when you're talking about like when you're in your 30s.
No, 60 to 27. I understand on this example. You think there's something predatory?
I still do
there?
think yes.
A part of me thinks yes as well, you know. What do you think, Joe?
Do you know what? Whilst watching it, I didn't think that. I was just confused throughout the whole time, innit? But it's a very valid point in terms of the predatorial aspects. It's like, because when I watch these shows, like, I think this is why I kind of like reality TV, because sometimes I like something that's completely separate to what I generally like my day to day, and like I like even films and stuff like that. I like rom-coms. I like watching love to an extent, innit? Or the process of it. But that particular 60 to 27, I was like, broski, at the point where you've revealed age, whatever connections you had, you have to let that connection die there and there.
Yeah, man, like you can't explore connection, bro. Like
that is
let it go.
crazy. And it's the fact that she said, even it's not a big reveal, but she said if my dad said to me, I can't get with anyone 10 years older. Broski is 33 years older than you.
33.
Bro, I'm not even
33.
33.
Do you know what? Do you know what is,
I'm not even 33.
33 years older than you, bruv. Like,
do you know what it is to be 33
he-
when someone's born and then date them 27 years later?
bro,
that is
she's basically
nuts.
dating her dad's best friend.
Yeah. That saw her grow up.
Yeah. She's basically
So he's
dating
been
her
a
dad's best
predator.
friend.
See, that's where the predator comes from it. He's not being a predator because he wasn't there, but that's where the predatory side comes into it, because you have to remember, you have to think about it like this. Were you then looking at people that were that young when you were that old? Do you get what I mean? That's how I put it in perspective. I know it's wrong to do that, but
my thing, yeah, even
I
them.
I don't look at it like that for Predatory, you know. I think I look at it more from Joe's standpoint, just the fact that, like, yeah, you weren't around in that, but like now that you know this information, you don't have to keep going into this. You could just leave it there, because
because on the predatorial side, like in terms of that comment, remember, a lot of them on the show thought their age gaps were closer than it actually was. So, like, allegedly. So me giving that grace, will think, all right, cool. If you thought this was a 20-year gap, even though that's a big gap within itself, at say 60s or late 30s, for instance, okay, whatever. But it's the fact when you've now it's been revealed it's a 33-year-old gap. Now you lot bring in the predatorial aspect. It could be like, maybe it isn't him. Maybe that was his trigger. It's like, oh, let me continue this. Do you know what I mean?
He knew looking at her, she was a lot younger than him.
Yeah,
That's the thing. He knew. She didn't know because he looks young. He's well put together, and you've got to big him up. He's kept himself in good stead. But he knew himself. He knew that she was a lot younger than him, and he meant a lot.
It's so funny because
and the thing is, he didn't like. How old was he trying to hope for? Let's be honest, bro.
You get what I mean?
Like a 30
nothing
piece.
Was in his age
even
range.
Then, that's still half.
Yeah, nothing was in his age range. He should be looking for 45s plus.
Bro, there was the 40-year-olds, the 40-year-old white women there. Go chat to them.
And you can see age sometimes.
That's still 20 years.
I know he looks good, but nah, brother.
Bro, it's so funny because when you don't watch the latter episodes and you see their journey even further, you kind of...
Now I have to watch it because after that I refused.
Yeah, in their process, it's mad. You kind of start to defend him more in their process rather than her, bro. It's so weird. Like, I was speaking to
you start what? Sorry, I missed that bit.
In their process, their journey in particular, and just like other contestants, whatever. Well, hit their journey. You defend him more in the process if you've accepted the age part. Do you know what I mean?
Did you know his age before that though?
Yeah, no, we know. Everyone knows. This is the point. The age is revealed.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about that building up to you not.
No. I'm talking about after that. Like, and the show itself, like, obviously, again, not trying to reveal too much for you guys that haven't watched or like what viewers and listeners. It's like the guys, no matter the ages of the guys are the ones that are a bit more serious on the show than the women, which is a bit of a surprise. The women have come for a jolly up, and when reality's hit them, they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're like, it's too young for me.
Especially the older women. Bro, I'm telling you, yeah. Because even one of them's what? Another bit, the second big age gap was 27 and 54. So
was it the Asian looking lady?
No, it was the blonde lady, and then the guy that he looks like a ginger light hair kind of, but
yeah. But
he does look older.
Yeah,
but
he
he's
does. He
27.
does.
The worst thing, yeah, like even my sisters caught a glimpse of me watching. No, was it my sister or someone? And they were like, they actually don't look too bad together. And I was like, they kind of don't, but like, it's just, it's mad. It's mad still. Because she even makes a comment. She's like, you're the kind of guy I'll set up with my daughter. And I was like, Lord of mercy.
Wow.
Goodness gracious me. Oh
Uh,
my
this,
Age
this
of
one,
attraction, eh?
I'm
So-
itching for today's episode, bro.
Okay, I got a final question on this. So when the roles are reversed, is it still predatory? 54-27, like that one you just said. Is it still there's something in that woman? Because when we were younger, it used to be like an achievement. Yay. Do you get what I mean? So is it still classed as the same thing as the guy's doing, or are we going what's the verdict?
See, I feel like in these cases, women are given more grace than guys. One.
Yeah.
And then two, like, even if we think it's predatorial or wrong, because it's legal, a lot of people won't see it that way. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that even for me, I'll just be like, that's why I said the predatorial aspect didn't come to my mind until you guys mentioned it. Like, I didn't think of it once because it's legal and technically it's not whether it's right or it's just legal. It's not whether it's right or wrong in my mind. I'm like, do you know what? It's your own lives, each to their own. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Just missed
when
for
you
great
guys now
TV.
mention predatorial part, it made me now think I'm like on the spot, obviously. I was like, maybe it is something that triggered at the back of his mind and it's like, shit, this is my lane. This is my flex. But again with older guys, like we've seen guys like late olders go for young, just for argument's sake, Hugh Hefner. All the
Yep.
things that he used to
Bill
have in his,
Belichick.
oh yeah. But like Hugh Hefner was a big example of like someone that was so vividly in our eyes. And Flavor Flav as well, like on our
Michael
TV
Douglas as
screens.
well, isn't it?
Who?
Michael Douglas.
Who's Michael Douglas again?
He's with Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like I'm saying like the ones that had their TV shows that like the women were like say younger contestants. Like when we were young and we were watching it, we knew it was wrong, but we were still watching it. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
again, because it's something that's legal, it's like, all right, you're an adult. It's your life, isn't it?
The question really
Yeah.
is legality versus morality, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Because me, again, I always say, bro, this is why I don't really judge people. Hey, listen, do if whatever you do in your life doesn't affect me, I'm only gonna care a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, but bro,
Yeah.
if you're in and around me, and then all right, cool. Now maybe I'll have to intervene or step in or do. But bro, me as a viewer, I was like, I need people like this in life, not in my life, in life that I can actually watch and see what are you doing? Like, what's your thought process?
It's backwards because 27 and 60, if you're wanting to start a family at 27, you can't start a family with a 60-year-old, respectfully. You can't do it. It's wrong.
I ain't gonna lie. That guy looked like he wanted to start a family though.
on them in particular, I'm not even going to comment any further because that what you just mentioned there, that conversation comes up as well.
Hey, I swear it came up in the episode I watched as well, and I looked at it and I thought, like bollocks, you just lying.
Maybe it did, but there's something you ain't seen yet there, as well. So, and it's similar to this conversation. It's like, bro, I'm just saying, like, the concepts of the show. Do you know what? Even the setting, I had to look up the setting. Is it Whistle in British Columbia in Canada? I was like, bro,
It looks good, isn't it?
Bro, the scenery, everything. And then I think when they put them in apartments, it's in Vancouver, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm like, bro, make me want to travel there. I don't know if I'll go on a retreat because they might think I'm trying to go there to that kind of retreat, innit?
Nah, but knowing you be more moral, bro, and you end up with like what, 30.
I do know. You don't know me.
25.
I'm breaking the rule.
you don't really know your brother. No, but like, someone even asked me as well, would I go on a not on a show like that, but on a reality TV show? And I said years ago, I said never. But as I've grown up, I was like,
I could see you on a Love Is Blind, you know.
I'll be a bit more open to. I just can't fathom the concepts.
I could see you.
I enjoy watching.
I love you, and you never seen them before.
that is it. That is it. I can't fathom saying I love you behind the wall, bro. Like,
Love Is Blind UK.
Don't get me wrong. I understand like the connection aspect. It's basically like speaking to someone online, but I'm not gonna now say to that person, "Oh yeah, like you can have a really strong connection, but broski, like I can't fathom it myself, innit? Going to the process of me potentially going down the altar with someone that I'm just about to meet, and then personality could be 10-10, bro. If your looks are 0-10, for me, like your natural attraction is the first thing for me. Then we'll move on to the mental aspects. Your your physical attraction will bring me there. Your mental attraction will keep me there. That's how I see it, innit? You get me?
You can build a great friendship on that show.
Hundo.
Yeah. You can.
You can find your female best friend. You can find your best friend in life on that show. That's fine. But I don't think you can get married. Just being realistic.
You never know, man. You see, in the right scene, boy, the right voice, you just might be like, I love you. and that's it. He's gone.
I even want to turn on the TV now and to see if this latest episode of Age of Attraction is on. Because if it is, I'm watching as soon as this camera goes off, bro. I need to know what's happening at the end.